Hi, y'all. My name is Liz, and I am going to be working with you today. I'm really excited to meet you all. Thanks so much for welcoming me here. I want to start off by just introducing you to Zearn. So we are a nonprofit that believes all kids are math kids. We designed Zearn Math to help support all kids to just really deeply understand grade level math content. That's always the goal. And we know that even before the pandemic, we just knew how hard it was to catch a student up once they fall behind. And we know that's still true today, if not even more true than before. It's one of the biggest challenges we face in education. I was a teacher for 10 years and can easily say that this was one of the trickiest things I had to do. And so Zearn was designed to really help change that. We believe that learning just a few big math ideas can help kids to catch up and keep moving forward in math the way they should be. And I just want to thank you because we love hearing feedback from educators like you. So after our session, please give me any feedback that you have. It would really help me and to help Zearn to continue to grow. So Zearn is really designed around two big ideas. The first is that we want to give more opportunities to kids to explore grade level content. And the second is that we have to provide built-in adaptive support right when students need it, no matter what level it's on, to be able to let them explore this grade level content. And this choice really comes from research that shows us that a typical remediation approach of just doing previous grade level content isn't really the best way to go. And I can actually see a bunch of you kind of like nodding along that you probably agree with that and just know it hasn't been the most successful thing. So instead, Zearn really scaffolds students' unfinished learning as it comes up through the context of that grade level work. So they're doing that grade level work and they're getting the scaffolds and help that they need in order to complete that. And this way they can move forward successfully with grade level content, but also fill in those gaps from previous grade levels as we work through it. So no matter if you're using Zearn as kind of your full curriculum or just a supplement or in any other way, there's really two main ways that your students will learn with Zearn. The first is that they're going to learn by exploring math materials with you, their teacher, in the classroom, live every day, you and your kiddos working on it. The second way, though, is they're going to learn through Zearn's digital lessons, which includes digital manipulatives, on-screen teachers, visual models, all of those digital lessons that Zearn provides. And this is going to allow them to get those extra at-bats every single day. They're getting both that live instruction from you, but they're also going to get those digital lessons. So that means they're getting to learn way more. And we're reinforcing all the concepts that we're teaching live through all of these extra materials. And so today we're going to actually get to explore Zearn. We're going to get to explore Zearn's digital independent lessons and kind of learn how they can be used to support your students and their learning. So Zearn's digital lessons are designed to make sure that all students, even the ones with content gaps, and especially the ones with content gaps from previous years, can really access grade level concepts. And the way we do that is all students are going to start on grade level, and you're going to program it specifically that way so that if you have third graders, they're starting on that third grade content level. And then Zearn's digital lessons are going to be aligned with what they're learning with you live in their classroom. And then as they engage with the digital lesson on their correct grade level, they're going to get so many supports to help them work through those new grade level ideas. So if a student begins to struggle, the digital lessons are going to launch many different layers of scaffolded support that bring important foundational concepts that it's clear the student is missing right to the context of that grade level learning. So keeping up with that grade level learning and also getting that support. So instead of having a fifth grade student and saying they're behind, we're going to assign them fourth grade content. Nope, we're going to assign them that fifth grade level content. And we're going to bring that fourth grade, third grade, whatever we need support right into their lesson. And that way they're getting to focus on their grade level work while also getting that previous year support embedded into that lesson. It's really going to help them learn new concepts, but also catch up to where they should be. So as we begin our training today, now that you know a little bit more about Zearn and kind of like our beliefs and how we are going to get this done, I want to give you an opportunity to reflect on the challenge of supporting students' unfinished learning in your classroom. I'm sure every single one of us has been in the position of realizing a student or many of our students are missing skills or concepts that they need to move forward with grade level content. Like I said, I was a teacher for 10 years, and that happened to me more times than I can count. So I just want to start by giving a few silent minutes for you to think about, firstly, what's going really well? What's working well with supporting gaps or unfinished learning? Because I'm sure we have some great ideas and some things that are really already working well. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to either silently reflect, jot down some ideas, and then we're going to share out so we can all learn from each other. So go ahead, take 2 minutes. Great. Awesome. Thank you so much for reflecting. I'd love to hear 2 or 3 things that you feel like is working really well. You can feel free to raise a hand, come off mute, or type it into the chat if you're more comfortable with that as well. Oh, awesome. I see someone coming off mute. Go ahead and share. Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you for suggesting that. And I see a bunch of people nodding along. It looks like that's something we're doing. Let's get one more person to come off mute and share. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, that's a great idea as well. And I think you're going to see that feels really aligned to things that we're doing with Zearn. So I'm excited that you brought that up. Okay. So now that we've thought about some things that are going really well for us, let's think about what still feels challenging about students with gaps and unfinished learning. So I'm going to ask you to take another 2 silent minutes to brainstorm ideas again and think about just what is still feeling really challenging, what is feeling difficult about students with unfinished learning. Go ahead, take those 2 minutes. Awesome. Thank you for reflecting again. I would love to have, again, people either type in the chat if you're comfortable, come off mute, or raise a hand so I know you're ready to share. Okay, awesome. I see someone coming off mute right now. Yeah, definitely. Again, I see people nodding along and having reactions to that comment. That's definitely something that's super challenging in supporting students with unfinished learning. Oh, I see someone wrote in the chat. Let me see. Yeah, and I see a ton of people are hearting that comment as well. That's certainly something that's a challenge for supporting students on finished learning for sure. Um, wow, those were great shares. Thank you so much. First of all, I just want to thank you all for being so thoughtful, for taking the time to do that, and just for being really open and vulnerable about sharing some things that feel difficult. I know that that can be really hard, but it puts us in a great place to think through how Zearn can be so helpful today. So I hope that today you can really walk away with some new ideas and are excited to use Zearn as a part of the plan for supporting your students with unfinished learning. Thank you all so much. Let's keep diving in together.